Good morning, everyone. It is April 3rd. I did something different. Those of you, if you're ever able to come on live to these sessions, this time I asked, what would you like to hear about in the channeled message today? I'll take the very first person that speaks up. And one other person said, well, who's going to give it? I said, nope, that's not the question I asked. And the reason why is when the person who said, okay, let's talk, and you're going to get to know about it, is like, how do we, I can't remember her exact words because it came up. Amiya is the one that said, we'll talk about that. It's how to visualize before you go to bed. And so Amiya is changing it to bedtime rituals that we're going to do that. And so the reason I didn't say what being is I wanted the topic, and then the being that was going to talk about it would show up. It's like they raise their hand and say, me, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to talk about it. So if you ever want to join us on that, you certainly can. It's the first time I've asked. I might do that each time now. So y'all get ready. Those of you come and get ready for the next time, for next week. So let us begin. Heart source. Bring your attention to the front of your heart center and go deep within. And now your intention to the back of the heart center. Go deep within. For those of you who've never done this before, you go really deep into the back of your heart center. It's like you're going through a tunnel or an alleyway or a hallway. And then suddenly you enter this expansive area, and that's your sacred space. And now into the front of your third eye. And into the back of your third eye. And when I say back, I mean you go around. It's like you're moving around your back and going in from the back. It's because they're all on different dimensions. So the front and the back of your heart center are actually on different dimensions from each other. The front and the back of your third eye are also on different dimensions. We access so much. Now connect. Beam of energy from your heart chakra to your third eye, and that beam of energy is on a different dimension. Send it straight up to the center of the universe, and that beam of energy is on a different dimension. And now straight down into the center of the earth, and that beam of energy is on the third dimension. Breathe deeply. Command, chakra spin as fast as is safe for me. And the intention being to clear out, to clean out congestion that's ready to be cleaned out. And Amiya, who's already with us because they're waiting to join us for the channeled session, they said, and if you hold the intention to clear out not only congestion, but to have removed all artificial encodements that are ready to be let go, that would help even more. So do that. Just say, and healing team, release as this is spinning all artificial encodements that are now available to be released. And I'll talk about that in a little bit, why that's limited. Deep breaths, bring energy in from above and below. There you go. Now just relax. And now healing team. Connect with your healing team from your heart. Healing team, please apply the 4 foundational plugins. That's the basic, healing over lifetimes, removing victim consciousness, and implant removal plugin. Please apply those plugins to each of the 7 parts of the heart source. And as a reminder, is that each plugin has the basic plugin within it. So the basic plugin, then each of the other 3 have the basic plugin in it. And part of the basic plugin is healing a wound that is most needed to be healing. So when we use the 4 foundational, your healing team is locating the 4 wounds related to that plug-in that most are in need of healing. And you have 7 parts of your heart source. So you are actually having healed 4 times 7, 28 different wounds. There you go. And I just if you ever notice, sometimes it's your body just takes a deep breath. Good. And now relax. And now for additional protection, command, heart source, expand to either the 7th layer of my aura, or if I hold my arms straight out, parallel to the floor, to the tips of my fingers, whichever is furthest away. And most of you here, your aura will expand beyond the room that you're in. Especially if you're in a little room, it'll expand beyond that room. There you go. I just had a visitor. Looks like a robin. I don't have my glasses on. There's a robin that's perched into the little tree in front of me. So a robin has come to join us. And this is something you can do at any time. It really assists. Healing team. Please align the frequency or the vibration, you could use both, of my energy field to the healing work we're going to do now. Because we're going to now do a healing circle. So see yourself gathering around in the circle. We are inviting, forgot the healing lecture room. Let's do a floor of light below us, a canopy of light above us, pillars of light in each corner, and archangels and their band, whoever comes, completely surrounding our healing lecture room. And I'm seeing a number of different bands. There's Archangel Michael. His are the easiest to see because they always have their sword extended outward. Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel. There are a few from the Golden Elohim, from the Archangel Golden, who works with encodements. And in the central pillar are all manner of wonderful beings. The ones I see the most often are Yeshua and Buddha, who invariably come in together. Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, I see lots of feminine goddesses. Dwa Kul is coming in. Sanat Kumara, the Chohans of the various rays. These are all those wonderful souls that are supporting us in what we are doing in our work. And now let's form our healing circle. So all of the beings who are with us are joining our healing circle. So each one of you has on either side of you someone from the other side who is assisting. And I'm receiving the message that, let's say that Yeshua is very important to you, and say very important to 5 of you here. Yeshua will be on, remember, he's multidimensional, as all of these beings are, will be on one side of you also. And so there could be 5 Yeshuas if you wanted to put it that way, but that's multidimensionality. You yourself are a multidimensional being in a different way, because your soul self is you. And so your soul self, we're asking your soul self to hold the space on the outer circle As you, your third dimensional self, your incarnated self, I want you to move into the center of the healing circle. And as you move into the center of the healing circle, I want you to call forth all of those that you have been asked to pray for, family members that you're concerned about. Bring them all, invite them all. They get to choose whether they're coming or not, but invite them all to be in the healing circle. And now invite others. You may not know them, but you know of them. So I invite the soldiers who are battling in this war between Russia and the Ukraine. I don't know if y'all have seen some of the reports that it has been noticed by some that Russian soldiers are actually sabotaging their own equipment. They're so against this war. We're calling in another the souls of other beings, and these are actually Putin, the oligarchs, others that are not in their heart, but are causing some of the damage. And why I'm seeing them is they're in another bubble of energy. So their energy is being separated from us, but it is a semi-permeable bubble that we can send love to. And I'm placing in the middle of our circle, I didn't see her on this, but Michelle, whose husband is in the hospital. I think he's still in the hospital and very, very ill with metastatic cancer. Place, many of you know Michelle, she's usually in all of these. For her, for Joe, for their children and grandchildren. I have another Joe who's a dear friend of mine who has been, they believe that he has prostate cancer. I place him there and his family. And I ask all of those, all of you who have people that you know of who are struggling with cancer, which I actually prefer to call overgrowth of cells. And now those who are struggling with any of the effects of COVID, and now I'm including vaccine injuries in this. I have a great niece who has a vaccine injury. People who have long haulers with COVID, COVID itself, no matter what it's done, how it's doing. I saw a group of us went to see a wonderful movie yesterday called Dog. And it is about PTSD, actually. They don't say PTSD, but PTSD after a war. And the whole thing is this man who wants to get back into the Army Rangers and has been denied because he has PTSD. But he's been said, if you get this dog who also has PTSD and get him to the funeral of his handler, because his family wants him there, then we'll let you back into the Rangers. And it's the story of that journey. And it just had me thinking the Ranger that the funeral was of a man who had suicided. And so I ask for those in the military, doesn't matter what country, who are struggling with PTSD for their healing. And of course, you have your own intentions. Take a deep breath, chakra spin at the vibration needed for this healing. And now either see yourself in your mind's eye or extend your hands actually and send energy to all of those, and that includes yourself, who are in need of healing. And Amma and Abba, I ask you to wrap your love around each person that is in our healing circle. You know what it is that they most need, as you know their life plan. May the love you have for them join with the love that we have in blessing. And I ask for a special prayer, Amma and Abba, that those whose hearts have been hardened by greed, whether it's financial greed, greed for power, that is instigating the wars within our planet, upon our planet. I ask that they receive so much love that their hearts of stone become hearts of flesh. And now we offer gratitude for all the love that we've been able to send, the love that others have been able to receive. And now relax. And now, healing team, please align our vibration and frequency to exactly what is needed. And I'm getting an align our encodement system to what we need to receive the next message. And this next message is from Amiya, and she is going to talk about night rituals, NIGHT. And it all came from the request of, see, Marina, I've already forgotten because I've gotten everything that is there, but how it is that, Marina, do you mind unmuting and saying exactly what you asked for?
How to visualize, what we want, how to get into that feeling, loving feeling, and visualize the things that we're inclined to want or desire.
Okay.
Something like that. I've changed it a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
trying to explain why I feel stuck.
Okay.
Okay.
And go ahead.
That's all I have. So maybe someone else has something to add to it.
Oh, Amiya has lots to add to it. So,
Okay.
so
Okay.
we're going to do that. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you. Be sure and mute you. Thank you. So when she said that, Amiya immediately volunteered and said, we'll talk about that. And one of the things they're going to talk about, because I believe when you first mentioned it, Marina, it was like when going to bed. There was a group discussion before I got on about how to prepare yourself at night and the prayers that you ask at night. And so let's see what happens, but it's going to involve address that, but even more. Ask you to connect to the central pillar with your heart, and if you would connect with me also with your heart. And the next one that you will hear will be Amiya, which is a group energy proclaimed as one. Greetings to you, wonderful learned scholars. You are learning so much at this time, and it is fun for us to come and to share with you something different than what we've been talking about over the last few years. So let us talk about manifestation and what you can do on a daily basis to assist your manifestation. And let us begin with nighttime preparation. Remember that when you are getting ready to rest your body, you are also getting ready to move into a different dimension. As your physical body rests, and it needs that rest, that brain of yours, that physical brain needs that rest. Your endocrine system needs that rest. And the other parts of you, as you are resting, is they may be going out and doing fun things. They may be going out and working hard. So there are other aspects of yourself that are doing things. There is an aspect of you every night that goes and talks to your soul self. Every night. Now, those of you that have difficulty in sleeping, you may miss some of these nightly visitations. But your soul self is there for you to discuss things with. And no, it is not always, in fact, it is rarely on a conscious level, but it comes back, that aspect of you comes back, gathering information, talking about what is happening, how you're handling this incarnation, and comes back into your body. It's one of the reasons that rest is so important. Sleep is so important. You have heard about the REM sleep, the rapid eye movements. It's how you can tell that people are dreaming, is here they are fast asleep, and yet you can see under their eyes where they go quickly back and forth. Those are not just dreams. They are also the times that you are visiting others, one being your soul self. Others are visiting their counsel, the counsel that helped them to plan this lifetime. Of course, your soul self is there with you at that time. Some of you who are in deep mourning are often visiting ones that have left their physical body. Sometimes you wake up with that feeling of knowing that you had touched them. Other times you wake up with the feeling of deep longing. So there is much that occurs when you are sleeping. So let's talk about manifestation. The first part of being able to manifest what you most desire is to know what you most desire. People will say, well, I want financial abundance. That is one that we hear most often. Here is something you may not realize. Financial abundance is not what you most desire. Ask yourself, why do I want financial abundance? And you may say, well, I want to be sure that the house gets repaired. Well, you don't want financial abundance. You want the house to be repaired. Or I want a new house. I want a new car. I want my children, my grandchildren to be able to go to this school or to be able to supply them the fun things they need. Well, when you say, I want financial abundance to do these things, it isn't that you want financial abundance. That is the tool. You want a house, a car. And I will say to you, why do you want that house, that car? And let's say you want a house that's on 3 acres of land. Well, why do you want that house on 3 acres of land? And you say, because I want to grow my own food. I want to start a garden. Well, then that is not why. That your deepest desire is not to have the house, it is to grow your own food. Why is it that you want to grow your own food? And you might say, well, I want to be sure of what's in my food. I want to be sure it truly is organic, or the seeds that are used are truly heirloom seeds, that they are not GMO. Well, then you have just discovered what is the true thing that you want in that, and that is to have food which is pure at its highest vibration, that works best for your body. Well, then why do you want that food? And you say, because I want my body to have all the nutrients that it needs to be healthy for years to come. Well, then you discover that, oh, it isn't that you want the food. That's not your primary concern. You want health for years to come. Why do you want health for years to come? And some of you will not have any answer beyond that. And so your primary desire is to have health for years to come. And so to prepare for what you wish to manifest, define for yourself what health means. But some of you will say, well, I want health because I have things I wish to accomplish. I wish to write this book. I wish to develop this healing process. I wish to develop myself as a healer or an engineer. I wish to be healthy to spend time with the one I love. And each one of those reasons of why you want that health goes to what you truly want. And you keep asking yourself, well, why do you want this? Until you come to no other reason. And then you arrive at what you truly want. Now, here's the thing that's important to know. When you say, I want financial abundance, and there's nothing wrong with financial abundance. If you don't know what you truly want it for, you may not get what you truly want. You may get financial abundance, but not what it is that you truly want. So when you say, I want financial abundance so that I don't worry about money anymore, well, is that really what you want? Or is what you want inner peace, joy, delight? Do you want to be able to have financial abundance so that you can spread the wealth to other people that you love? And when you think about the other people you love, perhaps it is not financial abundance. Perhaps it's to be able to share with others, to be able to assist them, which could occur with a nonprofit, you know. So, oh, I want a nonprofit to be able to do this. So I hope you are seeing the different ways and looking at what it is that you truly want. You may have heard what Einstein said one time. People asked him, well, what do you want? They didn't say it quite in that way. He said, what I want is to know the mind of God. Many of you have said at different times, I want to be able to hear, to see the truth, and to know the truth. What is it that you truly want? But let's begin with this process of being able to manifest what you truly want when you don't know what you truly want. So let's say it is financial abundance, or maybe it is a house, or maybe it is a car. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter because it grows. You come to clarity each time you use the process. So outline what it is that you would like. Don't outline how it will occur because you limit things to how it would occur. there is a story. There is a story about a poor couple who the husband was the one who went out and delivered milk to others, and he had a horse, and the horse was lame. And the man went out and he said, "Oh, I need a horse. I will take that horse over there if you would give it to me." And that horse was a broken down horse, but it was in health, greater health than what this man had. And he said, I want that horse. And angel said to him later, says, "Oh, well, I guess we will take these back because we had this beautiful, healthy, matched pair for you. But if what you want is this horse with its infirmities, then we will give that to you." So if you define what it is that you would like to happen in the end result, but not how it happens, you allow greater flexibility from the universe. Be clear on what you want. Let's do health. I want to be healthy with a strong immune system. I want to be flexible, and I want to have the energy I had when I was in my 20s, if you had lots of energy then. You do not have to say how you want it, but that is your desire. So let's work with that one right now. When was a time that you felt healthy? You said, like the energy I had when I was in my 20s. Bring to mind a time when you had that feeling, that experience of the energy. Maybe you went on long walks or you played softball. This one likes softball. She brought that up. We didn't bring that up. Maybe you remember a time when you were able to do much and still feel alive and healthy and have energy to spend with others. Get in touch with that time. Get in touch with that feeling. Some of you may ask, but what if I never felt that? Then this is where your imagination takes over. And you imagine what it would be like to feel that way. What would it feel like if you did not have just 2 hours in a day when you felt well enough to do something? What emotions would come to you? Would it be peace, excitement, love? Get in touch with that emotion. Imagine a scene in your mind, either one from the past or one that you are making up because you didn't have one from the past. And say, this is what I would want. And imagine the feelings that are there. Imagine the colors and the smells and the sights and what you hear. How would it feel kinesthetically to your body? How would it feel interiorly within you? Just those feelings. And before you close your eyes for sleep, close your eyes for openness and feel that. And then, healing team, align my encodement system for this desire. Maybe you shouldn't even say healing team. Maybe what you should say is encodement team. Align my encodements for this desire. Because it may not be that you need healing. You may not be broken in any way. It's that your encodement system may need to change. And perhaps you do feel a need for healing. And you can say, healing team, find that wound within me that is blocking the reception of all of this energy. Find that wound within me that is blocking my encodement team from doing what they need to do. And bring healing to that. Align my encodement system to exactly what needs to be. And soul healing team, bring back every part of myself that I have sent away. And after you have done that, speak to the one that you are closest to. This one would speak to Amma. Some may say God or Yeshua or white buffalo calf woman. It does not matter. And just say, I am ready to open my heart to reception of all that is needed for this to be manifested within my life. And then change those closed eyes from the one of potential to the one of absolute manifestation and go to sleep seeing, feeling, enjoying, experiencing what it is you wish to manifest. And say, and would you, whatever terms you would like to use, whisper within my ear, show me a picture, have the thought pop into my head the first time my eyes awaken in the morning. What is my next step? What is the next step that I need to do to bring this to manifestation? You cannot create a star until you gather everything you need and are aware that you can do this. That's why you aren't creating stars yet. And then whatever that is, no matter how strange it may sound, you may wake up and it says, go buy colored pencils. I need to buy colored pencils today. Don't say, why colored pencils? I'm not going to be an artist. Don't ask why, just do. And then repeat the process. Say, I have my colored pencils. What is next? Go into your heart source. Go into the sacred space within your heart. Now, that is one of the ways that you can manifest things. What do you want to manifest for the planet? That is where many of you are. What is knowing your truth? How do you manifest knowing your truth? Imagine what it would be to have such great wisdom, to be able to know the truth for yourself, even for others if you wish, and be able to express that and live that truth. So we're going to add another little part that you can do, which you can also do with the previous part that we gave you. And that is to ask your encodement team to connect you to the lifetime or lifetimes in which you fully knew and lived your truth. If Yeshua were to do that, of the lifetime in which he fully lived his truth, he would do the lifetime as Yeshua. He has had other incarnations. And he would learn that living your truth can often end in discord or death. because of the third dimension. But if you really want to know how to live your truth, ask to be connected to that other lifetime. And then closing your eyes before you go to sleep, do the same process that we just gave. What would it be like to live your truth? What would you experience? So, some hints. To live your truth, to know your truth, requires openness of heart and of mind. And is that not the connection within the heart source of the heart and the mind, the heart chakra and the third eye? What would it feel like? Imagine, what would it feel like to know and live your truth? The confidence that you would have that this is the truth and you are going to live it. What would that be like? There's one thing that comes in that many people aren't aware of in knowing and living truth, and that is courage. The courage to stand firm within your truth. The connection of that line that connects the heart and the mind, and it goes up to the center of the universe where there is truth. And it goes down to the center of the earth where you live your truth. And experience your courage and feel your courage. And ask your entire spiritual team that surrounds you, your healing team and your angels and your guides, those who are with you. Open my mind and my heart to what the truth is, and activate all encodements of courage that I am willing to see and hear the truth and then live it. And then you might want to ask either your angels and guides or your soul self, when I awaken in the morning, give me a message, please, about living my truth. And have pad and pencil or pen next to you and write the first things that come to your mind. Yes, even before you run to the bathroom. And what is the next step for no matter what it is in manifestation? To be grateful, to be in gratitude for whatever it is that happens. You may call them ups or downs, or no, I didn't learn anything. Oh, yes, you did. You learned that that may not work. Or you learned you need to turn right instead of left. You learn every day. Be in gratitude. Spend time reflecting on what you learned, what you gained, what you need to do, what did not work out quite as well. Oh, that piece of material did not make the light shine as Mr. Edison tried out, 10,000 different pieces before he came up with the one. Why is it that the thing you are looking for is always in the last place you look? Because you do not need to look any further. Be aware of who it is you are. And for those who have not been here long enough to know who it is you are love incarnate in the power and presence of God. You come from an infinite being. and you share in that infinity. And perhaps what it is that you truly want is to remember who it is you are. I hope that this has given you answer to your question. As you are working with this little process, ask, is there something else I need to do? You are all different and individual. You go, but oh, we came from the same infinite being. Yes, but what does infinite mean? Infinite means that there are infinite types of people and things and adventures. So you may respond differently. And one last thing in the nighttime, ask to be wrapped in love of Amma, of Abba, whoever it is that you name. Wrap me in love. Protect me from all harm and open my mind and my heart to you. I am in such gratitude of how you care for me. And that is what we wish to share for you today. Many, many blessings to you. Well, this is Kathy. So, Marina, how was that answer?
Sorry, I have
There
to
you-
unmute.
So how was that
I'm
answer for you?
grateful. I'm so grateful. It's just answered so many questions and then some.
And then some. And you know what's wonderful about you asking is that other people go, oh, I didn't know I wanted to know that, but I want to know that also. So everyone, have a wonderful week. I will see some of you on Monday, some of you on Wednesday, and some of you on the following Sunday. And it's just wonderful to have you.
Thank you, Kathy. Many
Thank you.
blessings.
welcome.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank
Thank
you, everyone.
You're
Lots of
welcome.
love.
Thank you.
Love you, everyone.
Many
Much love
blessings.
to
Thank you
everyone. If
so
you want
much.
to unmute and wave goodbye or wave hello, whatever it is, and much love to all of you.
Take
Thank
care.
you all. Love you. Thank you,
Much
Kathy.
love. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
Cleo.
Margaret, bye. Love you all.
Love you.